The Hufford Dairy is a 350 lactating cow operation that produces high-quality genetics in addition to Jersey milk for their partner operation, Duchess Dairy. Hufford Dairy does many unique things to ensure the safety of their animals and the wholesomeness of their product. The use of antibiotics must be carefully controlled to limit the development and resistance and the decreased cost. Without controlled usage, the herd could develop a resistance to a particular antibiotic, rendering it useless, allowing a disease to take out the whole herd. The Huffords carefully manage their antibiotics, keeping the cost low and preventing resistance, which contributes to the low mortality rate. Thanks to the great herd management practices, the dairy has a very low mortality rate, only 2% for cows and 2.6% for calves, which is well below the national average. The Huffords use an environmentally friendly practice of composting cows when there is a mortality. Using a compost pile is much more effective than burying or dumping cows because when composted, there is a lower potential to contaminate the water supply. The Hufford Dairy uses many management practices to keep their employees, animals, and surrounding properties safe. Of those, emergency action plans are at the top. These plans help to prevent accidents such as fire and manure spills from lagoons by educating their employment team on how to safely and effectively handle emergency situations. Emergency management means happy cows, and happy cows means great milk. The Huffords farm practice safe chemical storage for the safety of the people handling them, as well as keeping the environment clear of chemical contamination. They keep all of their chemical containers stored in a dry shed, and once the chemicals have been used, their containers are cleaned and are picked up to be recycled. The Hufford family prides themselves in their manure management practices. They have applied for a cost-share program for the past 3 years and build a new manure lagoon, but have not received funding as they do such a good job managing their manure. This year they have decided to move forward and build a new lagoon with or without the funding. The farm also uses soil samples to ensure they are spreading the correct amount of manure to each field to prevent runoff. They also utilize double cropping and cover cropping to apply the most manure the fields can handle without over-applying nutrients. When choosing a milk product, choose one that you know comes from a wholesome background and operation. Choose Hufford Dairy.